Well, g'day. Planning my Scottish holiday episode 5, and this will be the last episode of planning my Scottish holiday, because after now I'll actually be on my Scottish holiday. I head off in a couple of days, and as you already know, I'm going via Seoul with Korean Airlines, and I've already got my travelling companion Ian here ready to go. I made him a little kilt, and he can sort of stand on his own 2 feet. He's a bit wobbly, but he's coming with me. He's lighter than a gnome. He's more interesting than the chickens that I normally travel with, but they might come along and have a guest appearance as well. So look out for Ian on my trip. He'll be featuring on my Instagram page. I've actually been trying to decide whether he should have his own Instagram page. And the whole idea is to, it's meant to be a joke, don't take it too seriously. He doesn't have ginger hair, which a whole bunch of my guest friends requested, but it was pretty hard to find a ginger-haired G.I. Joe at the opportunity shop, at the thrift shop. So here's it. Like his little kilt, got him a little badge. My mum made him a little sporran, you can see here, and he also has a tam o' shanter, which he can wear on the colder days. So I'm hoping I have some fun with him and actually remember to take some photos, because that's what usually happens when I do this sort of stuff. He'll feature in the first 3 days, and then I'll forget that I've got him, but we'll see how we go. So trip's all planned. I've done a very detailed, I can't call it anything other than a manifesto, I guess, of my trip. I've got it, it's quite extensive. Oh, watch out, Ian, you better sit over there for a minute. Okay, just get yourself comfortable, mate. So I've got it divided up with tabs, as you can see. I've got a page for each day. I've dropped in maps that I've taken from Google Maps with where I need to walk or wherever I'm going. And you can see those there. Any information I've picked up from some of the places that I might be going to, I've included in there. I've got copies of the tickets I might need to the places that I have pre-booked. In the back there's a few blank pages if I want to make some notes. There's my trusty maps, including the one off the wall, which I had to take down. And then, envelope receipts and a super summary at the back of all the places that I'm going to. So I've had fun putting that together. It might seem a little bit over the top, but I found sometimes when I'm traveling, if I don't have a really detailed plan of what I'm doing, each morning when I wake up, I go, oh, what am I going to do today? And then the day starts and I have an idea in my head, and then at the end of the day I think, oh, that's right, I was going to do XYZ. So while this is no way meant to be set in stone, and if I get somewhere and find that when I'm there I want to deviate from the plan because I found something more interesting to do, I'll go right ahead and do that. So it just makes sure that I have a guide of where I'm going to do and what I'm going to do. I've also got all the copies of tickets and things that I need. So the general idea is that I'm flying into London after staying over in Seoul, and then from there I'm catching the train up to Glasgow. I'm spending a few days in Glasgow, and then I'm heading northwest, as I said before, and going to the islands. So far I'm going to Mull, Skye, Harris and Lewis, and I've also booked a trip out to St Kilda, which I'm hoping will be a really interesting and special experience. St Kilda is a long way off the coast of Scotland, and it's a very small island, no longer inhabited, although it used to be. Its history is quite interesting. Then back to Harris, and then I'm going back to the mainland, and I'm heading right up around the coast, up to John O'Groats, back down to Inverness, then across to Fraserburgh, which I've been told how to pronounce it now, not Fraserburgh, but Fraserburgh, then down to Aberdeen, and then I'll be joining a walking tour of the Orkney Islands there. So there's plenty for me to do, lots of walking I hope. At the moment I'm arguing with myself about what I'm going to wear on the plane. I always get cold on the plane, so I want long sleeves and pants or a long skirt, but then you don't want too much around your waist because, as we know, when you go up high in the plane, your gas in your belly expands and you get a bit distended and uncomfortable, so you don't want anything tight around your waist. So I'll be trying to choose something that looks stylish, casual, but comfortable. Reason for the stylish is because I have a theory, and I've read it in places before. If you look reasonably well dressed, you've got more chance of getting an upgrade. So I'm hoping to go with that. that theory. So I'm going to try and look, you know, casually stylish, maybe a little bit, you know, I don't know. Hopefully that will happen. So from now on in, it will no longer be planning my Scottish holiday. It will be 4 weeks in Scotland. I've already done a few little title sequences and an end sequence for the videos that I'm going to be making. They'll be just done on the run. Whether or not I upload them to YouTube, I don't know, because I might not have the time, I might not have the data. So we'll see how we go. So I hope you've enjoyed my planning journey. I will post a copy of the blank pages on my blog. So if you wanted to use them for yourself, you're more than welcome to. I find it therapeutic and relaxing and quite a lot of fun doing all this really in detail planning. And maybe you will do too. Okay, so next couple of days I'll be in Scotland. I'll see you there. See you later.